Hello, epic viewers from around the universe. Prepare to indulge in experiencing sheer bliss, because today another riveting, cat-feeding, stellar unboxing video is about to be brought to fruition. What item will I be unboxing? What item will I be opening? Without further delay, without further procrastination, let's allow the unboxing to commence. What item have I elicited from the box? What item have I drawn forth? What item have I prompted? I have extracted the one and only illustrious, revered, renowned forge, who was likely produced by Hasbro amid the 2010s decade, or the earlier half of the 2010s decade. I received him amid purchasing a lot of Marvel Legends action figures. I prefer the Toy Biz Marvel Legends action figures. I believe that they supersede and completely outright trump the Hasbro Marvel Legends figurines in every single facet. Just to give you a frame of reference, other epicness, here is Venom, produced by Toy Biz. He has finger joint articulation, he has toe articulation. Fast forward half a decade later to after, fast forward roughly half a decade later, post Toy Biz becoming defunct, now you have the new industry standard for the Marvel Legends action figures set forth by Hasbro, which is an inferior standard that entails Marvel Legends figurines lacking finger joint articulation, not having as many ample points of articulation as their Toy Biz predecessors, and having inferior decos, having inferior shadings, having inferior paint applications, having inferior textures. I mean, this Forge figurine is mediocre, but he's just not on par with a Toy Biz figurine that was sculpted by the illustrious one and only Four Horsemen Studios Corporation. Look at this figurine's muscle tones, look how they're bulky and massive, and they accentuate his physical prowess. In stark contrast to the Toy Biz figurine, we have the Hasbro figurine, which looks relatively flimsy, which doesn't have bulky, defined muscle tones. Is he feeble? Is he dainty? Is he nimble? Well, Forge isn't really supposed to be a strong character. I know he has fortitude, I know he's valiant, I know he's stoic, but he's not really meant to pummel his adversaries to death. He prefers to attack them at a distance. Nonetheless, if you just want to look past the paint applications, look past the textures and shadings, the fact that he doesn't have as many points of articulation is a salient gripe, in my objective opinion. Another issue with the Forge figurine is that his accessories aren't very stellar. I mean, they look shoddy. They're mediocre at best. Toy Biz accessories were just extraordinary. They had nitty-gritty details. They had multiple paint applications applied to them. These weapons, for the most part, mostly have a gray color scheme, so it's just unfortunate. But this figurine just looks mediocre. It doesn't look extraordinary. For a Forge figurine, I believe that Toy Biz would have produced a superior version or variant of Forge if they had the autonomy to do so. But it's nice that we can procure a 6-inch Marvel Legends forge if we so choose to. He's relatively scarce. He's arduous to find. He was churned out roughly half a decade ago. I mean, his paint applications, his textures, his shadings, his hues, his sculpt, his muscle tones, they're all decent. His appearance emulates his comic book appearance, but he just doesn't offer as much value, in stark contrast to the Toy Biz Venom that has more points of articulation, that has more defined muscle tones, that has better shading, superior textures, and has bulkier joints. This forge is flimsier, but I don't want to tamper with the joints. I don't want to fiddle with them. I don't want to muck them up. I don't want to compromise their integrity. But I should stop having an unrealistic vision of the world. Toy Biz is defunct. The Four Horsemen Studios Corporation desists from sculpting Marvel Legends action figures, so this is likely the best that we can expect at the present time, which is to receive a mediocre figurine for 250% more than a Toy Biz figurine cost-wise. The Marvel Legends figurines produced by Hasbro retail for $20. The Marvel Legends produced by Toy Biz retailed for $8. The Marvel Legends produced by Toy Biz came with a stellar accessory. They came bundled with a comic book, and if you collected all the figurines within a certain series, you could assemble a giant figurine that was at least a foot tall, such as Galactus or the Sentinel or Giant Man or Apocalypse. Today you're lucky if you can receive an 8-inch or 6-inch or 7-inch figurine post-purchasing all the Hasbro Marvel Legends within a specific series. But this forged figurine isn't abysmal by any means. He's not a dreadful figure. He's not atrocious. He's just not up to par with the Toy Biz Marvel Legends figurines. My main gripes appertaining to this figurine is that he lacks finger joint articulation, he lacks toe articulation, he lacks an ankle pivot. What else? He also doesn't have as many ample points of articulation as a traditional Toy Biz Marvel Legends figurine, so I would presume that this figurine has roughly 20 points of articulation. The Toy Biz figurine has likely roughly anywhere from 30 to 42 points of articulation. This figurine is just extraordinary. This figurine is just mediocre. And I say he's extraordinary because you have to assess his merits based on his intrinsic value. In the past, you may have paid $8 for a Toy Biz Venom figurine and you receive just an incredible figurine. Today you pay 250% more to receive an inferior figurine that doesn't have as many points of articulation, that is not up to par in terms of paint applications, textures, shadings, with a superior Toy Biz Marvel Legends figurine. So it's just disappointing. If this figurine was $8, I wouldn't really be as agitated, but since he's significantly more than that, I become infuriated when I contemplate about the possibilities, and that prospective figurines will likely command heftier premium prices and be of inferior quality. That sounded egregious the way he phrased it. But in other words, just to revamp that aforementioned sentence, I just dread the fact that the industry standards have diminished, that the figurines are at least 250% more expensive, and that prospective figurines will likely be exacerbated, be of inferior quality, and still command higher premium prices that the consumers will likely concede to and support from their voluntary transactions. That sounded atrocious as well. I'm trying to consolidate too many ideas in one sentence. Or maybe I'm overthinking it. Maybe I'm mulling it over too much. Maybe it sounds okay, who knows. But just to give you a synopsis about my thoughts about this Forge figurine is that he's decent. He's not worth over $20. I procured him amid purchasing a Marvel Legends action figure lot and mostly Toy Biz Marvel Legends figurines. So he came with the bundle. The seller wouldn't split the loss, so I had no choice other than to concede to his asking price, or to forgo buying it. I conceded to his asking price, hence I obtained the Forge figurine as part of the lot. I just don't like the fact that he's slacking in certain facets, and you contrast him to a Toy Biz Marvel Legends figurine, but nonetheless he's decent. I mean, I can't really complain too much. Was it an asinine decision for me to purchase him? Perhaps, but I do love Forge. I'm an avid, devout X-Men fan, so I really don't have too many gripes about this figurine, other than the fact that his fingers lack figure joint articulation, and that he is embodiment of insipid mediocrity. He's just not extraordinary like this Venom figurine over here. That is just truly remarkable. I would just prefer if he could be placed into more dynamic poses, and I would have preferred if his weapons were more refined. I would have preferred if his armaments had more details to them. But I mean, I guess it's okay, you know what I mean? I can cope with the situation. I'm content with this purchase and decision. His belt apparently cannot be removed unless you cut it. I'm not going to sever the belt. His harness can't be removed unless you cut it. His ponytail cannot be removed unless you cut it. So, it is what it is. It's kind of awkward that his thigh is a disparate color than his other thigh. Or maybe well, I don't think the paint is fading. I don't know too much about the lore of Forge, but maybe his thigh got mucked up in battle, who knows? Or maybe his outfit was advertently designed that way. Who knows? I just know that they have disparate color schemes, which is unusual, to say the least, because typically there's more consistency and more cohesiveness when designing these figurines, but a Forge is supposed to have thighs with disparate color schemes, and I'm glad that they emulated his comic book appearance, if he appears this way in the comics, but I don't recollect his thighs having disparate color schemes. But who knows, maybe he has a multitude of outfits, or maybe this is a variant. Who knows anymore, who cares? I love the figurine, I'll flaunt him on my shelf. Even though he's mediocre, I still love him because now I have a Forge figurine that's roughly 6 inches tall, and that will make a stupendous addition and a welcome addition to my prodigious action figure collection. So, do I revoke my gripes about this figurine? No. I just want Hasbro to improve their Marvel Legends figurines and live up to the same standards set forth by Toy Biz. If they're going to charge at least 250% more, but I guess it'll never happen. I can just mull over the possibilities and forgo purchasing the upcoming Marvel Legends figurines, or I could concede to the higher prices and just accept that the industry will never revert back to a higher standard, at least any time in the pending future. Maybe in the upcoming centuries, but maybe not any time in the imminent future. So it is what it is. I'm done harping on negativity. I'm done dwelling on negativity. I'm done wallowing in negativity. Let's focus on the positive aspects of this figurine. Let's be optimistic. Looking at this figurine allows me to become jubilant, buoyant, and gratified. I love this figurine. He may not be a paradigm of perfection. He may not be the epitome of perfection. But nonetheless, he's decent overall. Since I love X-Men, since I love action figures, I have a proclivity to love action figures more than the average Joe, even if they have mediocre sculpts and even if their designs denote insipid mediocrity. So here's Forge once again. He's in the limelight. He's flaunted in front of the camera. I'm not really going to tamper with his joints. I'm done playing with him per se, but I definitely take a gander at him again in the future when I get the chance and see how he looks in contrast to other Marvel Legends action figures. Maybe he looks better than the traditional Hasbro Marvel Legends action figure, or maybe not. I gotta really do a side-by-side comparison, assess their merits, see their critical flaws, and see their strengths. But that won't transpire anytime soon. I need to first finish unboxing all these figurines and then they can be consigned to the shelf. But until then, I hope that you found this video to be enthralling and captivating. Have a wonderful, marvelous day. Goodbye.